What it do, YouTube? This your girl Deborah Diner 7. I actually am making this video because I'm talking about lucid dreams. This was a conversation that I was having with my children. For those of you who don't know what lucid dreams are the ability to be conscious in your dream. That is my own particular definition. I have not looked it up. But I would call a lucid dream anything from waking up inside of your dream to realize you're in a dream to being able to control your dreams. It's so funny because 3 years ago, when I first joined YouTube, I joined YouTube in December of 2008, I believe. So it'll be my 3-year anniversary. It's coming up 2.5 years on here. No, I take that back. I joined in July of 2008. So it's July 29, 2008 is my YouTube date. So it'll be 3 years. So before I joined YouTube, I had a lot of lucid dreams. And I didn't know that other people couldn't do it. I've always been able to fly in my dreams and swim in my dreams and hop from tree. That's my favorite dream, the hopping dream. I don't know why. From tree to fence, to house, to roof. You know, I've always been able to hop around in my dreams. Not go very far. Sometimes I can glide, you know. But I developed the ability, I guess because I had nightmares. I guess because I had nightmares, I developed the ability to control my dream because I was not satisfied. My will actually propels me to do a lot of things. I was not satisfied in not being able to control my own dream. That was just, to me, it didn't make any sense. It's coming from my brain. Why can't I control it? I am the controller of my brain. It does what I tell it to do. So why can't I control my dreams? And I remember when I first started, it started off slow. I remember I had this dream about this like a sand monster that was chasing me. And the potion to kill the monster was inside of a paper bag. And the monster was chasing me, and I grabbed the paper bag, and I was running through this desert. And I ran into this house, and I was running up these back stairs, and it was chasing me. And I opened the paper bag, and wasn't anything in it. And I was like, scream! Inside the dream. Stop. Hold on. Stop. This damn sand monster is not going to eat me. No. No. Inside the dream. This is one of my earliest memories of lucid dreams. And I woke up. I stopped and I woke up. I went back to sleep. I restarted the dream where I left off at. It was like maybe rewind it a little bit. I'm running up the stairs, and I ran through this door. And once I ran through the door, the sand monster disappeared. But I mean, I have dreams that things are chasing me. But I'm not even fearful anymore because now I'm awake during my dreams. So it's almost like I'm running a race. And it's something chasing me, but it's not chasing me to get me. I'm just running to see if I can outrun it. You know, most of my dreams are more pondering than the emotions that go along with everyday life being encapsulated in the dream. You know, oh my God, I'm so fearful, and oh my God, I'm so happy. I don't have a lot of emotions in my dreams. Most of my dreams are more thought-provoking. I wonder what's that. I wonder why I'm doing this, you know. So I have a reoccurring dream. And I never drown in the dreams. It's so funny. It happens once a month. My reoccurring dream is I'm at the bottom of the swimming pool and I can't get to the top because I love to swim, but I can't swim that well. This is my reality, and it shows up in my dreams. I'll swim out to the deep end, and then I'll be swimming underwater. And then I'll look up and see the light shimmering, the sun shimmering through the water. And while I'm down there, it's very peaceful, very quiet. I'm not panicked, but I can't get to the top. And I figure that dream means something. But you know. So, the whole idea of being conscious in your dreams. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. I think DNA plays a large role in spirituality that people don't necessarily look at. And the reason I say that is my oldest daughter does the same things that I do. My oldest daughter has clairvoyant visions, ugly deja vus, and now that she's getting older, she's able to see, like, she'll stop the deja vu in its tracks and tell me what she saw in her vision that happened 2 weeks ago and what was going to happen next. So it's almost like I be sitting there tweaking, like, if she never stopped me, would I have done it? You know, like most recently, I know I'm skipping subject, y'all bear with me. I'll let my thoughts out on YouTube. I was at a door. This happened like a week ago. My landlord answered the door. It pissed me off because he said something stupid and he was trying to manipulate me and treat me like I was unintelligent. He's telling me don't worry about the fact that he's in foreclosure. Come on, dude. And then he's trying to change the subject. Oh, what did you do for the 4th? Did you barbecue? And I'm like being real short with him. Like, because I'm trying not to like go off and be like, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to manipulate me and I can't be manipulated, you know. That Mr. Brown. That was a quote from Mr. Brown. And I turned around and I closed the door and my daughter went, Mom, don't yell. And I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, I saw this 2 weeks ago. When you closed the door, you started yelling at me and Poppy and we hadn't even done nothing. And I was like, well, maybe the vision incorporates what I was feeling inside my head. If I was feeling a little bit of rage, like I could choke somebody. And I was like, well, maybe my inner feelings manifested outwardly. But, I was left pondering the idea, would I have actually yelled at her if she wouldn't have brought it to my attention? I was thinking about, I'm going to drop something the other day. And I was trying not to drop it. And then I actually dropped something else that dropped into it and it dropped anyway. So I was like, if I would have never thought that, would I never have dropped it? Pondering. But anyway, back to the dreams. So my daughter has the ability to lucid dream as well. So does my son. My partner's biological son does not have the ability. In us, it's a natural ability. It wasn't something that was developed. It wasn't something that we was focused on. The clairvoyancy, I could do it. For instance, I know this is so stupid, but I always know, not always, but I'll say 80% of the time I know when the double Jeopardy is coming, when the daily double is coming on Jeopardy, I'll be like, here it comes. For some reason. Don't ask me why. And I noticed it, but it's just a little thing that my mind do. It's like automatic now. Just a little game I play with myself. But, okay. Come on, you can go back to sleep. I'm going to put her back to sleep. But she is tired. They done stepped on my baby toe and just made her mad. Okay. So, but me thinking about somebody in the phone ringing is them, or that sixth sense stuff, is a little bit developed, and it's a little bit developed in her. But she really does have these visions. She has the lucid dreams, and she has day terrors. I used to have day terrors real bad, and I have been able to. They're not as apparent as they used to be, but day terrors, I don't know what the exact term of it is. It's seeing visions of something tragic happening before your eyes, playing like a movie, like you're driving in a car, and right before you get to the light, you have a vision of the brakes giving out and you going into the intersection and getting into an accident and dying. I used to have day terrors all the time. They've never stopped me from living life. I've always been aware of them. I've always dealt with them as they're just visions. They're not visions of reality, but maybe they're a manifestation of deep-seated fears I have of dying. I don't know. But she has the same thing. So I would argue that there are certain aspects of spiritual gifts that are genetic and are passed down through DNA. So lucid dreams is one of them. So I'm talking to my kids about, can you control your dreams? And they can do the exact same thing I can do. They can stop, pause, rewind, fast forward, switch to another dream. I don't like that. And my son said something so profound. He said, I can change the channel, but a lot of times I don't. My daughter said she's always aware that it is a dream, which when I was 13, I never was aware I was in a dream. She said she always wakes up in her dreams and she's aware that it's a dream and she watches it. I have gotten so far away from identifying with the lower self, that most of the time I watch myself in my dream. Like I'm the cameraman and my dream is the movie. So my consciousness in my dream is always pulled out of my body. And I can perceive the thoughts of myself watching and perceive the thoughts of myself acting in the dream. That's really weird. It's really weird, but that's most of the time how my dreams are now. My consciousness my perception is a wide angle view of self. It's pulled away even in my dreams, and I'm always aware that it's a dream. My son said that, sometimes when he's having nightmares, he's not scared of nightmares anymore because he realized, like he said, I just don't change the channel. And I said, why not? Are you scared? He said, no, I'm not even watching it. He said, that's the movie my brain is watching. So he's self-aware even in his dreams to understand that his brain is conjuring up these images in this movie frame. And he's sitting there watching himself watch the movie that is his dream. So he says, a lot of time I won't change the channel. He says, sometimes I change the channel because I don't like the movie. And I do that too. If I don't like a dream, I'll stop it, maybe start it over and have it go differently. I'll tell y'all something weird. I done had for the past year recurrent dreams about Lil Wayne. I don't know why, but it's a reoccurring, like if Lil Wayne was dead, I would consider him haunting me. The ghost of Lil Wayne is haunting my dreams. But in the dreams, I'm always having these profound conversations, these deep intellectual conversations with Lil Wayne. Because I think in reality, I think that he has a deeper perspective of life than what he portrays. And I would really love to pick his brain. And in my dreams, I'm always picking his brain. And it's always a burden of fame that he shares with me because I'm not starstruck when I look at humans because I understand they're still humans no matter how famous they are. Okay, that's one dream. Then there's, I dream about my dead aunt at least 3 times a month. At least 3 times a month. Perhaps once a week. She comes to me in different scenarios in my dream. And I have another friend that died. And he was the last one of my homies that I grew up with, the thug angels that I was running around with. He's the last one that got killed that I was close to. And that was about 3 years ago now. And say about 2 years ago now. He comes to me a lot. But it's so weird because, my daughter's father passed away. He never comes to me. Never. I had dreams about him when he first passed. And after he told me he was okay, he left and he never came back. But the dreams that, I'll tell you one thing, the dreams that I encounter my aunts, I do not control them. And I'm always aware that I'm in a dream, but I'm not always aware that she's dead. Like sometimes I forget that she's dead, or I remember that she's dead in the dream while I'm talking to her. Oh, you're dead. The fuck? I have this moment of, the fuck are you doing here? And then I'll talk to her. Or like my daughter had a dream. We had a dream about the same guy. His name is Carlos, but we call him Freak. We had a dream about Freak the same night. In my dream, this might have been like 3 months ago. In my dream, Freak got mad at me because we were shooting. I always have violent dreams with him around. We were shooting. We were in a gang fight, and I was shooting. And the bullets, there were no bullets in the dream. There were no penetration of torn flesh and bleeding, but you would shoot the person and they would fall. And in the gun, there was no fire and bullet coming out. And I shot his daughter in the shoulder, and he got mad at me. And he contemplated on whether he wanted to shoot me or not. And I was like, don't shoot me, freak. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to. And at the same time, my daughter was having a dream that she didn't recognize him. And he kept calling her, Asia, Asia. And she's like, what is this strange man? She said she's walking. She's always seeing a shadow of his face. She's seeing his face, but she's not knowing who it is. And he's like, Asia's me. Asia, why don't you recognize me? And she's like, who is that? And she doesn't realize until she wakes up that it was Freak. And then she tells me, like, I take that back. It might have not been the gunshot dream that I was having about Freak that night. Because I think I was talking to him. And I remember the first dream I had when I realized that he was in my dreams and he was dead. And he was in my dreams. And as soon as I realized that, he started smiling at me like this. Like, yeah, surprise. I was like, oh, wow, what are you doing here? She did not recognize him at all in her dreams. And when she woke up, she realized it was Freak. She didn't know who it was. So I guess I'm just giving examples of some lucid dreams and dream states, because I do think that dreams play a very, very important role in connecting to your spirit. And dreams sometimes act like the shuttle between the soul and the spirit, and what the spirit wants the soul to know. And when you don't listen to spirit, it's hard to hear spirit. It's hard to hear your inner spirit, because it's so muddled over with the soul and the body and the mind and the brain and functionings and the life and the bombardment and the stimuli. You really have to get quiet to listen to spirit. But a lot of times messages from spirit come up through the subconscious mind in the dream state. You can find out some symbols. Yeah. A lot of my dreams, I'm not going to say other people's dreams, are coded with heavy symbols. But there's symbols that I'm able to decode because I know myself and I know how I think. So when my spirit gives me a message in my dream state, I wake up and I find certain symbols. I search my feelings and I search my heart for the meaning of those symbols. My friend said that the dream that I had about the water and the being stuck underwater looking up, because she told me that she almost drowned that way for real. She swam down to the deep end and she got tired and she sank, and she was at the bottom and she kept pushing herself upward, breaking the surface, trying to get up there and stay up there, but she kept getting tired and going back down, which, I was like, whoa. She was like, that dream means something. And I guess I've never contemplated the meaning of the dream because I like water, and I was just like, oh, I like water. But I remember one time my cousin had a dream, and one of my ex-boyfriends, I had another ex-boyfriend that died. He was in a car, and he was asleep in the car, and it hit a pole, and it crashed and burned. And he was living in another state, and it just so happened his sister went through his wallet, and my cousin's number was in it. And he, come to find out, he had always talked about getting back with me, and we had broke up because we were 4 years apart when we got together. He was 20, I was 22 and he was 18. Big difference, He was still in high school when I first got him. So we broke up because he was just too young. But I loved him. I really did. I loved him. And I always kind of envisioned us getting back together. And he died. He died instantly. And his sister got in touch with my cousin, who got in touch with me to find out he died right before the funeral. And I went to the funeral, and a couple of days after that, my cousin would dream about him, except in her dream, he would be tickling her feet. And she said that in the dream, she felt him tickling her feet. And we would sit up and watch her go, stop, poet, because that's what everybody called him. His name was DeQuante, but everybody called him poet because he was just a phenomenal poet. And she'd be, stop, poet, and she'd be kicking on the, kicking on the bed, on the couch. We'd all be looking at her. She'd be, stop, poet, stop playing with my feet. And she'd be talking out loud, stop playing with my feet, poet, stop. And she would say, I'm going to kick your ass. Stop playing on my feet. And every time she woke up, she'd be like, he keep playing on my feet. And, so the point of that story is the dreams can also be the doorway to the spirit world. And I have always encouraged people that I know that I talk to keep a dream journal, to keep a piece of paper and a pen right next to the bed and get up in the morning and write down what they dreamed about. Me, myself, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Some dreams I remember, some dreams fade away. I kind of decode the symbolism of them and kind of interpret what they were meant for me to learn, and then I forget. But, this one last thing, and I'm through. I'm through about dreams. This has been a very long video. Whoever made it to the end of this video, thank you. Because I understand I can talk. That's what I do. I done had this dream. This is a reoccurring dream too. And it happens to me at least twice, 2 to 3 times a week now. That I'm a student and somebody's teaching me things. And they're teaching me the secrets of the universe. And I'm sitting at a desk and there's a blackboard there. And like, for instance, most of the time I forget what they taught me. But it's okay. I don't trip because I know it's embedded in me. But it doesn't feel like a lucid dream. It feels like I'm completely surrendering control of the dream to someone else. And I sit there and I learn whatever it is they're going to teach me. They taught me the other day that for every physical question I have, there's a spiritual answer. And then there was a group of questions on the blackboard and a group of answers on the backboard. And they were saying that everything can be solved. And everything. Then another one, like 2 days ago, they told me, they said, you're trying to do too much. And even though they told me this, I'm still trying to do too much, y'all. I'm still doing it. And because I feel like I judge myself very harshly. I don't know enough. I'm not spiritual enough. I'm not enlightened enough. I should be able to have better psychic abilities than my abilities. I push myself so hard instead of just resting in the essence of now and resting in the essence of being. I'm always trying to do instead of be. I'm always trying to be a verb instead of a noun. And they were telling me that the essence of being is doing. Like, I'm fine just being where I am. Don't boy, stop torturing her. I hear you. Older brother, younger sister tortures. They were saying that I am where I need to be. I am where I'm supposed to be. I should not, wrestle with what I'm not. I am what I am, and the essence of me is perfectly perfect, which I know, but when I wake up in the morning and reality hits, it gets buried under a lot of bullshit, stress and worry and frustration. It gets buried. The essence of me being perfect gets buried, and I'm working on not letting the stress and stuff bury me, because I know that if I meditated daily, that I wouldn't have this stress burying me the way it does, but I don't get a chance to because I have babies and children and a sick wife and responsibilities. So, okay, I done got all off into another subject. All right, you guys, I'm out. Thank you for watching. Y'all, like I said, excuse my hair. We're going to take pictures tomorrow, and I'm going to try to wash it and do some things with it. So, I'll let you guys later.